Have you ever tried to speak English and suddenly your mind went completely blank? You know what you want to say, you know the words, but somehow you just can't say the sentence. Maybe you're thinking in your first language, then you translate it in your head. Then you check the grammar. Then you think about the pronunciation. And by the time you're ready to speak, the conversation has already moved on. If this sounds familiar, don't worry, you are not bad at English. You simply need to stop translating every sentence in your head. And today we're going to talk about how to start thinking in English. Not difficult English, not complicated English. Simple, everyday English. So, welcome to TalkFluent. Let's begin. First, let's understand one important thing. Thinking in English does not mean sitting in a room and thinking. The weather conditions appear to be quite pleasant today. No, that's not how you need to start. You can start with very simple thoughts. For example, I'm tired. I'm hungry. I need water. I'm going outside. I need to charge my phone. I'm watching a video. These are simple sentences, but they are real thoughts, and that's exactly where you should begin. Let's imagine a normal morning. You wake up. What is the first thing you might think? Maybe, I'm tired. Don't translate it from your first language. Just connect the feeling directly with the English sentence. I'm tired. You get out of bed. You look at your phone. You might think, where's my phone? Then, what time is it? Then, I need to get ready. You don't need to translate these sentences, you already know them. The goal is to connect the situation directly to the English words. Situation. Thought. English, that's it. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake many English learners make. They try to think in long, complicated sentences. For example, they want to say, today, I woke up late because I was feeling extremely tired after not getting enough sleep last night. That's a long sentence. And if you're still learning English, it can be difficult to create it quickly. So, make it simpler. Say, I woke up late. I was tired. I didn't sleep well. 3 simple sentences, and guess what? They sound natural. You don't need to speak complicated English to communicate well. Simple English is powerful. Let's practice. Imagine you're sitting at home. Look around you. What can you see? Maybe you can see a phone. Think, my phone is on the table. Maybe you can see a cup. Think, I'm drinking tea. Maybe you can hear something. Think, I hear a noise. Maybe you feel tired. Think, I'm feeling tired. This is English thinking practice. You don't need a textbook. You don't need a special app. You just need your everyday life. Now, let's try a small challenge. I will give you a situation, and I want you to think of the English sentence. Imagine you are hungry. What do you think? Maybe, I'm hungry. Now imagine you want to eat something. You can think, I want something to eat, or I need to make some food. Now imagine you are about to leave the house. You think, where are my keys? Then, I'm ready to go. These sentences are simple, but this is exactly how you build the habit of thinking in English. Here's another important tip. Don't translate individual words. Learn phrases. For example, don't only learn the word hungry. Learn I'm hungry. Don't only learn tired. Learn I'm so tired. Don't only learn busy. Learn I've been really busy. This is called learning English in chunks. Native speakers don't create every sentence word by word. They already know many phrases. So instead of memorizing hundreds of individual words, learn useful phrases you can actually use. For example, I'm not sure. Let me think. I don't know. Give me a minute. That sounds good. I don't feel like it. I have no idea. These phrases are extremely useful, and you can start using them immediately. Now, let's talk about your daily routine. You can turn your entire day into English practice. When you wake up, think, I'm awake. I need to get up. I'm still tired. When you get ready, think, I need to take a shower. Where are my clothes? I'm almost ready. When you eat, think, this is good. I'm hungry. I want more. I'm full. When you go outside, think, it's hot today. It's cold. It's really busy. I need to hurry. At night, think, I'm tired. It's been a long day. I'm going to bed. You are already thinking all day. Now you're simply changing the language of some of those thoughts. But here's something important. Don't try to think in English all day. That can feel exhausting. Instead, start with just 5 minutes. Choose one activity. For example, making breakfast, walking, taking a shower, cleaning your room, or drinking coffee. During that activity, try to think only in simple English for 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes every day is better than 1 hour once a month. Consistency is more important than perfection. Now let's talk about mistakes. You will make mistakes. That's normal. You might think, I go yesterday. Maybe the correct sentence is, I went yesterday. That's okay. The important thing is that you are trying to create the thought in English. First, build the habit. Then, improve the grammar. You don't need to wait until your English is perfect before you start thinking in English. Actually, thinking in English is one of the ways you become better at English. Let's practice one more time. Imagine you are having a busy day. You wake up late. You think, "Oh no, I'm late." You get ready quickly. "I need to hurry." You leave the house. "Where are my keys?" You finally find them. "Here they are." You arrive somewhere. "I'm finally here." Someone asks, "How are you?" You say, "I'm good, just a little tired." Look at that. You just had an entire mini conversation using simple English, and you didn't need difficult vocabulary. You didn't need perfect grammar. You just needed useful sentences. So, here's your challenge for today. For the next 5 minutes, describe what you're doing in English. If you're drinking tea, say, "I'm drinking tea." If you're using your phone, say, "I'm using my phone." If you're watching this video, say, "I'm watching an English lesson." If you don't know a word, don't stop. Use simpler English. You don't know the word refrigerator? Say, "The big machine in the kitchen." You don't know the word exhausted? Say, "I'm very tired." Communication is more important than using the perfect word. Let's review today's main idea. Don't translate every sentence. Start with simple thoughts. Use your everyday life as practice. Learn phrases instead of individual words. And practice for just 5 minutes every day. Remember, you don't need to think in perfect English. You just need to start thinking in simple English. One sentence at a time, one thought at a time, and one day, you will notice something amazing. You will start speaking before translating. That's the goal. Now it's your turn. Write one sentence in the comments about what you are doing right now. For example, "I'm watching this podcast," or "I'm drinking tea," or "I'm learning English." Write your sentence below. And remember, don't wait to become perfect before you start speaking English. Start with simple English. Start today. Thanks for listening to Talk Fluent. Keep listening, keep thinking, and keep speaking English. I'll see you in the next episode.